Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So this one is gonna be a soldering video. So it's gonna be rather long and a bit lower quality than the usual stuff that I make. Not that it's high quality. Anyway, I'm gonna be modding this GTX 570 over here. Yeah, so basically, if you remember, this was the GTX 570 that was acquired by FCR.ix for the purposes of either getting a super cheap working 570 or a super cheap e-power. And I'm packaging his stuff up, like the 460W HDI and the fish that that video is rendering right now, actually. So yeah, and he said because he got a pretty good deal on like several EVGA ePower 5s that, well, I can actually just keep the card, because that makes the package a bit lighter and, well, like with the heatsink, this thing's actually pretty, like, not just takes up a lot of space in the package, but also is rather heavy, so I can actually guarantee that it's under the weight limit for the shipping thing that I'm gonna be using for it. Because there's like a weight limit, and if you go over it, it gets more expensive. And I don't exactly have a scale. Anyway, so he said I can keep the 570, and I thought, well, yeah, let's just give it a last hooray. I haven't had a 570 before, so let's just slap the face change on it and see what I can do. And no, some people are probably gonna go, but hey, you said the card was dead. You diagnosed it with dead memory module right here. The X is still on it. So the memory module obviously hasn't been replaced. Was the diagnosis wrong? No, it wasn't. Why does the card work? I'm not telling you, because I didn't repair it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about already, then good. Because I don't want people to think that that's how you repair graphics cards. This thing is gonna die. I'm gonna be completely real with you. This thing is gonna die very soon. If not by itself, it's going to die by my hand, because this thing totally is becoming an e-power at some point in time. So yeah, I didn't repair the card. Wow, that's a motorcycle. Yeah, yeah, the window's open because soldering iron is running. Soldering iron, when soldering, produces fumes. Fumes I don't want in my admittedly small apartment. So that's why the window is open, so if a motorcyclist comes by, then yeah, we're gonna be hearing them. So yeah, the plan for the thing is to Voltmod the core. I'm not gonna be Voltmodding the memory. Why? It has Hynix AFR, 1 gigabit. This chip, I've had one card where it scaled, and I've had 3 cards where it scaled negatively. And because this card already has that, I'm just like, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna Voltmod core. Like, memory clock isn't that important for me anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna be Voltmodding the core. And the neat thing is, the area around the controller basically looks the exact same as on the 580 DirectCO2. So I can just copy the Voltmod from the 580 to this, which is cool because the right here, the ASP0907 doesn't have a public datasheet. It is a rebranded UPI controller. I don't know which one, like a UP6208, I wanna say, or something. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not entirely sure you can get datasheets for that UPI anyway. Like, UPI has secret, like, some of UPI's datasheets are non-public, so even if you find out what rebranded controller this is, you might still not get your datasheet, so that sucks. Yeah, like, the only reason why I Voltmodded this is because I found someone's post on the internet who actually apparently went through analyzing all the circuitry around the controller and then figured out, yeah, that's the feedback circuit. And yeah, if you kind of look at it, you have these two empty pads, then these two resistors, and then these two capacitors, and then that edge of that capacitor is where we hook up. And if we look at the 570, again, we have two empty pads, two resistors, and two capacitors. So I think I'm just gonna measure the resistance there, and if it kinda lines up with what I would expect the feedback pin to have, that's where I'm gonna solder to. So let's do that right away. Voltmeter. It's probably a 20K pot, right? Like what pot did I use on the 580? It's 203s for both of them. I think that's 20K, right? Because like 201 is 200, 202 is 2K, and then 203 is probably 20K, right? So, okay. Probably around 1 kilo ohm, right? Yeah, okay. That is the feedback pin. Oh, and you can't see the multimeter because I zoomed in too far. Just gonna show it again. So I'm probing thing, and we get like that's basically exactly 1 kilo ohm. So yeah, that's gonna be a feedback pin. So 20K it is. Where's my trusty bag of resistors? This thing is so useful. These are from Elmo Labs. Like, if you haven't already, just go look up Elmo's store. He sells some really cool stuff. And one of those is this bag of resistors, which have like finger knobs at various resistances. And you get a few more of the ones that are used more often. For example, 20Ks, there's quite a lot of them. I was actually thinking of buying another bag of these, because I think I've almost used up all the 100 ohm ones. Because that's what you need for like 580 and 480 reference PCBs. I think. Yeah, because on the reference PCB you like go directly into the DiSense. Is it DiSense? I'm not entirely sure. Like the reference cards have like a really low resistance on their feedback pin. So there's probably like no resistor in between or something like that, but the Voltmod still works. Anyway, so yeah, so this is also a 203. I'm not gonna be adding a switch to this. I don't really care enough. Like adding switches is nice and all. Like I've done. I should not have done that. This heatsink isn't screwed in, and now I lost the screws. Yeah, but like switches like these are cool. But I'm like again, this is, the card is gonna become an e-power anyway. It's not really a reason to put that much effort into it. So now where that's that second screw now, because if I don't find it now, I'm gonna find it never. Oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, that screw is gone. Where the hell did it go? I felt it like hit my leg somewhere. This video is gonna have 10 minutes of me looking for a screw. Yeah. You know what? I'll take my chances of finding it later. I'm just finding a replacement screw. This is like Is this M2? I think this is M2 or something like that. Yeah. So, trim pot time. Let's trim the pot, the potentiometer, so that we get maximum resistance. Because we don't want to be blowing up our vCore VRM the moment we turn it on. So the way I do it is I just take the multimeter, put some of these cables on the probes, then hook it up to the two ends. Turn it on, 20K, and then just turn until we see 20. Okay, that's the wrong way. We should also just hit click once we're done. Yeah, I get click, 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 click. So we only get 19.5, but that's fine. Like if, well, if you don't know how Voltmods work and would like to know, I should have a dedicated video on that. That's gonna have much better explanations than what I'm gonna do in this video. Essentially, like how to choose your potentiometer sizes. You take the resistance from the feedback pin and multiply it by like 20 or 23, and then choose the appropriate resistance. Like we got 1 kilo ohm, and we take a 20. You don't want to take anything lower than 20, but yeah, like take at least a 20 times higher trim port is what I go by. So a 10K would have been probably... You could have used a 10K if you put a 10K normal resistor in series with it, but then you would have less adjustment range, and the card might top out at like 1.5 volts or something. For Sub-Zero, you might want to have a bit more than that. Anyway, gonna get some cables. I don't actually know where to put it. I do have a hot glue gun now, so I'm just gonna hot glue it somewhere instead of using like plastic. I lost the screw again. Thanks for rubbing it in, heatsink. Anyway, yeah, plastic dip. That second screw now. Ah, that in my lap. Yeah, I'm just not putting the screw in now. So anyway, yeah, where do we want to put the mod? We could like put it on the front here. But then once I turn it into an E-power, well, when I turn it into an E-power, the other part goes here, I guess. Because that screw hole is only used for the backplate, and I'm just gonna like I'm just not gonna have a backplate when it's an E-power. Because I need to access the inductor legs to solder things too. Because like this is a great E-power now, but it doesn't really have that many hookup points. Because like this strip is ground, and then that's also ground. Then these capacitors might be V-core. Then these legs are like V-core. So I need the back. I'm probably gonna scratch this up or something to get access once it's an E-power. Yeah, so we want... Let's route it like through capacitors again, so it's like a bit better. So we kind of want it that long. I'm gonna make it a bit longer than it has to be. Ooh, what's that? I don't know if I should make more videos like this. Like, it's been a while since I've done a just soldering video, and I probably, like, I could live stream this now. At my old place, my internet was too slow to live stream. Now my upload is like 6 times faster. So for 1080p live streaming, it's gonna be fine. So I might just live stream like when I mod things and want to show it, or I'm just gonna make more videos. Let's take our cap again. Just gonna put some flux on already. Oop, that was a bit too much. Just realized it's kinda not very bright. Like honestly, the lamp I got installed in here is very, very bright compared to what my old lamp was. But it's kind of like I'm blocking most of the light. When I go out of the way, you can see it a bit on the camera. Like I'm kind of standing in the way. Like I have another lamp over here on the desk. That one doesn't have that great light. But yeah. And I think I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna get a bit closer. Not too close so that I impact the soldering iron, but I kind of want you to see what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna pre-tin the Yeah, I definitely need flux. Need some flux on the cable. I'm just pre-tinning the cable right now, it's not really that interesting. Just put some flux on, put some tin on it so it's easier to connect to things, like... Like that. So it's not like one... doesn't want to focus, it's like one unified strand now instead of several smaller ones. Same thing for this. Well, actually, that's the side that goes onto the potentiometer. It also doesn't have flux on it right now. So, yeah, it still sticks. Yeah. Cable's small enough so that it still sticks. For anything bigger, you want to have flux. Though I have to admit, the flux I have is like far from the best one you can get. It's like some super, super cheap flux. So, can I actually turn on the... Yes, I can. That's gonna not make the video look that much better, but it's gonna help me. Okay, due to all the flux, I now have to like kinda go a bit blindly into this. Okay, it is connected, but I kinda want a better connection than that. Okay, it is connected now. The connection's not great. Ah, the joys of living in a city, isn't it? That's probably why I'm not live streaming, because that's a constant. Like, I live close to a hospital. You better start tolerating this kind of stuff if you live in my area. Okay, can I put it through these two capacitors? Because then it would be like... Because like that connection is pretty small. I want to put at the least amount of stress that I can on that. So that's why I kind of like to squish it in between capacitors and stuff. Because then, like if I tug on it, it's gonna stay. So the connection doesn't look that great. Can see, but it doesn't short out anything. And like when it's stuck between the it's routed like this somewhere, just go somewhere. Come on little cable. I think that Voltmod also, well, I'm not entirely sure, like once you turn cards into what sound was that? Once you turn cards into E-powers, the resistance on the feedback pin sometimes changes. Like I know reference 580s need a different size potentiometer when they're E-powers. I'm not so sure about this one. So I might be able to keep the Voltmod. Okay, I think I'm gonna just some flux on that. Yeah, this is a bit too long, but that's fine, I guess. Let's get a bit of tin. Yep. I missed a couple strands. There's a couple that... Not that it matters. Yeah, it's a it's a bit crooked. Doesn't really matter though. We're just gonna hot glue it down here. Then we just need to connect it to ground on the other end. Where's a good spot for that? That cap right there, maybe. Yeah, probably just that cap. That's probably like a 12-volt input cap. Another ambulance. So let's see which side is ground. So, yeah, right one is ground. Okay, then we just need a short one. Could like go through here actually. Super short one. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Also, how's my phone's camera doing? Already used up 9% battery from running the light and the recording at the same time. It's also getting pretty hot. It's probably not too good for the battery's life. But I'm not doing that too often. Phone already is like... is it 1 or 2 years? I think it's 2 years old already. In that case it's doing fine, because like the battery still lasts well through a day. Okay, get on here. I probably should have used reheat, but well, preheat would have made this a lot easier. But yeah, still sticks. Or not. Okay, is there still flux on there? A little bit. Okay, I'm gonna untangle it from here again, so I can position it a little bit better. No, it doesn't want to stick. Soldering is so bad. Yeah, this is definitely not my best soldering ever. I used to do this a lot better. I haven't done it for... Oh my god, why does it not stick? You have flux on you. Yeah, I haven't soldered in a while. The last thing I did was modding the NVS 300. And that one I did with preheat. So this is the first time I'm soldering without preheat in a rather long time. Now it's connected. So yeah, soldering without preheat, not my best thing. Not my best practice. Okay, let's get the cable in there again. Nice and tidy. Stay where you are supposed to be. Okay. And now I guess I'm just gonna hot glue it down. Which side will probably... Can I like bend it up? Could probably bend the legs up to make it fit better. like this. Yeah, that cable's gonna stick out a bit, but not that big a deal. Okay. Hot glue. Yeah, but what doesn't wanna... Oh, so I have to press manually. The this mechanism thing is broken. It doesn't push the stick in. It's a bit annoying to push it manually. And another ambulance. It's quite a lot in a very short amount of time. Usually I don't get that many. So someone must have told them that I'm recording a video. Okay, it's already kinda... Yep, it's kinda on there already. Alright, not my best. Not my best, by far. But it's, like, I mean, how would it not work? It is the exact same circuit, like, it looks like the exact same circuit, and the reading I got looks like the exact same reading. Yeah, there shouldn't be any problems. So I guess the next part is installing the thing and finding out if it's gonna blow up. I've just turned off the soldering iron, which was at one of the... Oh, actually, I wanted to add this one still. Like a voltage read point. I wanted to... Yeah, like here, kinda. For, like, V-core voltage measurements. Nah, I'll do that later. I can just, like, put a clamp onto one of these. That's what through-hole inductors are nice for. Yeah. So, just do a quick test run. I'm gonna reposition the camera. And then, well, I'm not gonna do it tonight, for all of respect for my neighbors. But tomorrow, probably rather early, I'm putting the phase change on this. I'm just gonna put it on water now, because that's what it already had the mounting for on it. Yeah, I think I mount the cart right now, and then... Can I, like... Actually, so let's turn this off. Let's see if I can... Whoop. It's over there. You're probably just seeing my arm. Okay. So, can you... I'm gonna be able to see the voltage reading here. Just to see if the Voltmod works. It probably does. I would be surprised if it didn't, and if it doesn't, then... well, I guess the video's not getting released. Because I really don't feel like fixing it if it doesn't now. Okay, voltage and... well, we are getting the voltage we're expecting. I should probably put a fan on the card. There's image. So the card still works. Let's see where the voltage goes to when it's like in Windows. Oh, come on, it's updating. Really now? This time it's not my fault the video is gonna be over 30 minutes. Well, I guess it's already over 30 minutes, so it is kind of my fault. It's not gonna be my fault if it's over 40. Okay, we have what looks like an active driver. It's still configuring updates, but we do have like full screen resolution, which for me only does when the driver runs. Oh, it installed Edge. Great, thank you. So GPU Z, I'm gonna set it to max voltage and start a render test. And why is the render test not running? Render test. Huh. Okay. Then I'm just gonna start Tropics. I mean, it probably is at low voltage. Like 1.18. Okay, now it's on the load. That's... I mean, that's at the VRM. Behind the core, we're gonna get less than that. So let's try turning the knob. Yep, it's working. It's 1.25. There we are. 1.25 volts. Benchmark's still running. I can probably show it to you. I'm just gonna have to. Whoop. Benchmark's running. You might even be able to see how the temperature went up from the higher voltage, though I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you can't really see it that much. But yeah. Card works. Like we're supposed to be at this voltage behind the core. We are probably at like 1.2 behind the core now. So Voltmod works. That's cool, I guess. Then, yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. I've been meaning to put that voltage sense thing on, but as you can see, we can still just hook up the thing. I mean... yeah, like once the card's in E-power, that voltage sense thing would have no purpose anyway, because I want to know what's getting to the core, not what the VRM is spitting out. Because those are two very different things, especially for E-powers. So... yeah. Why are you not shutting down? Okay. There you go, now it's off. Yeah, Voltmod works. And that would be the end of the video. I don't really know what else to say. Cards Voltmodded. I might record it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna record the session with it. Like, the session videos don't really do that well for views, but on the other hand, I don't really care. So I'm probably gonna make that video. Like, the card doesn't have that much life left. Might as well, like, make a bit of content with it before it dies. So, yeah, that's it. vCore Volt mod for the GTX 570 DirectCUI2. Exact same one as on the 580. Yeah, 20 kilo ohm resistor. So, until tomorrow then, when I put the phase change on it over here, and it doesn't want to focus on it. He really doesn't want to focus on the phase change unit. Yeah. Yeah, card's getting cold. I might not even bother with insulating it, honestly. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna insulate it anyway. Like, I ran this card uninsulated, I think. And it was fine. Like, this is the very first card I ever ran Sub-Zero. This is the second GTX 580 DirectCUI2. Like, I ran the card, I think... The damn heatsink again. Yeah, I think I ran the card unmodified and like everything. Like, this one even has a hex volt mod. I don't know if it was an over or undervolt though. For me, I kinda want undervolt, but I think I remember something about wiring this wrong. That might become a thing on the card if it like does well, because like a PEX undervolt can give you like a couple more like maybe 50 megahertz. I don't know, it's like not super big, but still measurable difference that it can give you sometimes, doesn't always. So yeah, and this card was fine without insulation, and the 570 is essentially the same thing, just like with 2 memory chips are missing and 2 vCore phases are missing, the rest is like basically the same. Yeah. And there we go, 38 minutes. I really should stop now, which I am doing. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this I solder on 2 wires and a potentiometer video that took 38 minutes. So yeah, until next time. Goodbye.